Pacific Expeditions is presented by Maui Jim Sunglasses, Polarized Plus 2, the essence of color. We're back on board Maui Jim, fishing our way around Molokai as we try to help scientists find endangered monk seals on the shoreline. Charles, in the past we've worked with the pelagic guys putting pop-up tags, satellite tags on marlin, but this is, you put similar things on seals, right?
Yep, so this is a satellite dive recorder, so we just screw it onto the back of the seal. Seal goes out to sea and it tells us how deep the animal's diving, where it's foraging, and a lot of valuable information. But now I understand one's come off and was transmitting from the beach. You're going to go out and try and find it? Right, so several months ago we were tracking a bunch of seals. An adult male that we were tracking came up here, lost his tag, and so it pings every so often on the satellite. It's very expensive and it's archiving some pretty valuable data, so we're going to go and have a look to see if it's still sitting there. The ones we were using on marlin were worth about $4,500, $4,000. Yeah, it's about $5,000. $5,000 they put on the back of a seal to track them down. It's worth going to get. It definitely is worth at least looking. Good luck. Thanks.
With good reason to spend a little time trying to recover that expensive scientific instrument and its valuable data, Dr. Littman and Cheryl King head to the beach where it last reported in, while a relentless Seth continues to pursue the elusive giant trevally. Although like a needle in a giant sandbox, finding that tag was worth a try.
We weren't lucky, we didn't find it, but it was nice to have a chance to try to recover it.
Once back on the Maui Jim, the team returns to scouring the beaches, but this time with an arsenal of binoculars, returning to the hunt for seals on the beach.
So after our moderately successful attempt with that female, we cruised down the coast a little bit further and actually came across a smaller animal.
There you go. That's a seal. Trust me.
Okay, give me a landmark, please.
Okay. What do you? Okay. Pebble Beach.
No, don't go on the beach.
Okay.
Go on the hillside and come down.
Okay. How about the washout, Green Bush, Gap, and straight down from the Brown past that gap.
Dr. Bob is the best seal spotter on the boat, but his landmarks are a little hard for me to pick out and I can't see what he sees, so we mount up based on his expertise.
So basically we did the same sort of protocol, hopped onto the small boat, traveled into shore, got off to try to assess the seal and take some data.
After traveling the entire north shore of Molokai, we seem to have found the seal honey hole. The young seal is oblivious to our presence, napping in the sun like a tourist. When we hit the beach, we also come to find out that the surf has come up a bit. Getting on and off the beach in our tiny, overloaded Zodiac could prove to be more of a challenge this time than it was earlier when we found the first seal of the day. It takes the whole crew to get the boat up on the beach and away from waves that could snatch it and our gear out to sea. With the scientists on the beach, Seth jumps in for a bit of research of his own. Why hasn't he caught a trevally all trip? Well, no wonder why. There's none here. Seal tracks in the sand indicate that other seals have hauled out here earlier but have returned to the sea, leaving just a young female, about 1 year old, alone in peace. Until now.
She was born last year, so it was very good to see that. We are worried about our younger animals in the main Hawaiian Islands. This process with this little girl was infinitely more successful. She was great. She was dead asleep. We were able to approach from upwind, so there was no complicating factor. So we were able to get good IDs from her with the camera, with flipper tags, and then I was able to sneak up to her and give her a little bleach on her side.
Due to the wind direction and that the animal's head is on the land side of the beach, Dr. Littman has to make his stealthy approach from behind a rock on the ocean side of the seal. Now, although this is a small animal, if it spooks and Charles is between the animal and the ocean, he could find himself in trouble. Seals may seem docile enough, but they do bite and they will charge if you are in their escape route. With the surf coming up, if Charles gets busted this time, he could be stuck between a rock, the waves, and a frantic animal bent on escape. Every time the animal tosses, Charles tries to act like a rock. When you're on your belly and wash with nothing but animal in your face, it's hard to tell if it's just lollygagging around or about to jumpstart and beat it. After a couple of tense moments, Dr. Charles is able to complete marking the code on the animal and makes his retreat to discuss it with Cheryl.
So the bleaching that I was just doing is we put a letter and a number on the animal in order so that people in the general public, when they're walking by and they see a seal, the bleach is very loud, very, very obvious, so that they can call us in and they say, we saw an animal with this bleach on it.
Dr. Bob readies the Zodiac to haul it back into the ocean in between sets of surf. While making one more cast, Seth sees the gang in a bit of trouble in the waves. It takes too long to load people and gear in the boat, and we have to make a break for it before we get flipped over. Bob gives us a shove and has to swim through the crashing surf. Captain Tom moves the big boat closer, but there's not much he can do without going on the rocks too. Now, Dr. Bob spent years swimming this coast, so he has no trouble getting through the waves and loaded back into the dinghy. We didn't lose any gear or any scientists, so all is well, just a little wet and rearranged.
You scrubbed them up, huh? No harm, no foul.
Yep. Learning experience.
No, I mean you got that seal real good, huh?
Yeah.
It's got us all really good.
It's getting late, so we fish our way to the anchorage away from the surf.
Okay.
Okay, what
Left hand goes there, right hand goes there. There you go. It's my mind is what he said.
You might want to pull a bag of ice out there.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it when a plan comes together, and when you're on a roll, it's even better. As an added bonus on an already good day, Dr. Charles hooks his first mahi-mahi.
Don't let it go over there. Don't let it go over there. Jump in the dinghy. He's gonna hook the dinghy and tear a big hole and we're in trouble. Take control of the situation, Seth. Don't let his head get out. Don't let his head come out of the water. There you go. Lean over. Take your feet come off the deck. Hey, that's a bloody good one. Look at that.
Thanks,
What a day we're having, huh?
Very good. You asked for surf and turf.
Look at I took the preservative out of there so we can kick the hell out of that and make us stink. So we can't even eat the thing if we did. Very good. Probably 100 pounds. Probably easy.
That's not 100 pounds. But I'm telling everybody else it was.